Michael Burrys is the guy from The Big Short who predicted the last stock market crash in 2008 with the bubble pop, and from that crash he made much money from the bubble shorting the stocks, which means he bet against it. Interesting, right now, 12 years later, after the one of the biggest stocks market crash, Burry thinks that we are in the another stock market bubble. He says this is very much like the bubble in the synthetic asset-backed CDOs before the great financial crisis. In that, price setting in the market was done by fundamental security level analysis, but by massive capital flow based on Nobel-approved model of risk that proved to be untrue. So according to the Mike Burry, like most bubble, the longer it goes, the worse crash will be. Now the main question right now is how Michael Burry is preparing himself for another stock market bubble crash in the 2020. So that will be exactly what we will discussing in this video, how Burry preparing in the stock market portfolio and how he picked the stocks. For now, give me a little favor and smash the like button, and for YouTube algorithm, also subscribe for if you find value in this video, and subscribe to this channel. So without further ado, let's get into Michael Burry portfolio. At the moment, Burry large position is stock by the name GameStop, which is the gaming and electronics company, and he owns 3 million shares of the company, coming to the position over $16 million in the value, which makes up 27.8% of his overall portfolio. So, as I mentioned earlier, GameStop is American video games merchandise retailer company. So this company owns over 5,813 stores. They have brands such as obviously GameStop, Up Games and ThinkGeek. So gaming electronics should the industry, you think the GameStop is the stock which is doing well, but think is different. So let's make the quick look at this chart. So as we can see, GameStop is the stocks which dropped in the last 5 years more than 80%. This stock is one selling at the price of $46, and now is selling for the $5.53. So this is the big collapse, is the reason why Michael Burry sees value in the company for very cheap price. I have mentioned that the main reason why the stocks like this crash is because the online buying, so people can buy online and do not make physically go into store and buy some games. And like GameStop, so instead of making money, they actually lost money. So what Michael Burry said about this company, he says that balance sheet is not that worse that is look, and this is the very good shape, and the future cash flow will justify much higher share price. So this company will make some money in the future, and this will be affected on the share price. So to conclude about GameStop, Michael Burry said that the situation is not that worse, and in the future these stocks will have a much higher share price. Stock number 2 on Burry list is Tailored Brands. So this is the men's apparel company, is Burry's second largest stock in his overall portfolio with percentage on 21.2%. His total value of Tailored Brands in slightly over $12 million. So Tailored Brands is the apparel store which is selling men's suits, business things, dress shoes, and a lot of selling sports wears and stuff like that. Today they having over 1,400 locations selling this type of items. However, this type of stock like GameStop before have been absolutely crashing last few years. So it's online buying is affected on these stocks, and its price crash a lot. So let's look at the chart. So price drop a lot. So this time coming Michael Burry usually calling into stocks and low price. So Michael Burry likes to go in the low price, generally speaking, but he want to see some value in any stock which he go in. Right now, Taylor brand is price of only $4.85 and offer a dividend yield of over 13%. So this is very interesting. This stock offer very cheap price and very high dividend yields. It means it can be very valued in the future, and maybe this is the reason why Michael Burry pick that kind of stocks. So now a lot of you would know the stock, a lot of you should know that stock. It's actually Alphabet. This is the company which own Google. So this company has pretty strong position in Michael Burry portfolio. So this is the third position of 60.4% of his portfolio, and it make over $10 million. So Alphabet is company what makes money from advertising of Google ads, of this kind of things. So Alphabet make money from Google ads, YouTube ads, but besides that owns a bunch of different company which you can see on this picture. Besides that, Alphabet also on the YouTube, where a lot of people see YouTube ads. Alphabet makes a lot of money from ads. Besides that, Alphabet owns a lot of companies like Alice, Nest, Cloud, Androids, and others. For those of us who want to buy some shares, this is the stock has very much expensive price, and this is over $101,300. So when you look at this chart, we can see that Burry picks the stocks because of his long-term potential. So these stocks has a very good long-term potential, and Burry, this is probably Burry's long-term investment. So Michael Burry for stocks is Sportsman Warehouse. He owns around $8 million worth of this stock with 40.1% of his overall portfolio. So generally speaking, Michael Burry like to focus on the small cap stock because this type of stock has very good potential of growing, and it is on the cheap side. So you have the very good price, and you can make money quite fast if you pick the right stocks. So Sportsman Warehouse is the one stock with market cap with only $365 million, and this is very much on the small cap stocks, and Michael Burry sees opportunity in these stocks, and maybe this is the reason why he picked that stock, and maybe he can earn money in the very short time. So just another stock which have been lately in crash. This is the Burry fifth portfolio stocks, and it is the Bed Bath and Beyond. The stock is about 13.4% of Burry overall portfolio with total value of almost $8 million. Good thing about this stock is dividend yield, which is over 4%, so this is not bad amount of dividend which Burry receive each year. So this company sell a lot of items related with items, bedrooms, and with kitchen and bedrooms and others. So this company has very good dividend yield, and without further ado, we are moving to the next stocks. So Burry's sixth position is one of the largest oil and gas company in the world. So this is the company owned by oil equivalent by 9,679 billion barrels. Beside this company has such a business of electrical energy. So Burry position is 6.7% of his portfolio, which worth almost $4 million. So this company likes to diversify, and they know a lot of filled with oil and gas all over the world. So that was Michael Burrys' last talk. Later in this video we will talk about how we can prepare ourselves to the bear market and how we will protection ourselves to the potential stock market crash in 2020. So this is the maybe stock market bubble will pop in 2020. This is something we want to make attention to. Burrys says something like the dirty secret of passive index funds, whether open and closed end or ETF, it is the distribution of daily dollar value traded among the security which the index they mimic. Trillions of dollars in assets globally are indexed to certain stocks. The theater keeps getting more crowded, but the exit door is the same, and it always was. So what Michael Burrys wants to say is that people do not analyze the stock and don't make time to make analysis for such stocks and in index funds, and because of that they invest in the index fund, and because of that they are too lazy to make the study and pick the right stock. So because of that, Burrys thinks there are still opportunity to make some money from this kind of stocks. So to conclude this video, Michael Burrys usually looking for opportunity in small caps stocks because they can offer high profit in a short time. But you have to make analysis pretty well. This is the idea which is shared with Warren Buffett, and Warren Buffett said something like, if I manage only $1 million, I would try to find some small cap stock with very good potential and a very, very cheap price. So that was all of this video. In the end, I just want to mention, if you ever invest money in some kind of stock, you have to make your homework, you make to him study to put hours to eliminate the risk of failure. So more hours you put in, you will looking more stocks and watch more balance sheet. So that means you will increase the opportunity, increase percentage of opportunity to find some good stocks. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Just for end, smash the like button and leave the subscribe to this channel because it's very much good and useful. And as always, thank you for watching and have a good rest of the day. Enjoy!